what I'm planning to do today is get in the hive, see how it's doing, as well as adding frames to this bottom box. Alright guys, this hive is the swarm that we caught the other day. If you look at that video, one of our other hives swarmed, landed in one of these trees behind us here. We were fortunate enough to be here when it happened, so we were able to catch them, and they seem to be doing very well. Lots of bees coming and going. Haven't been back in this box since we put them in it. So my goal today is, because of when we caught them, I had an empty box on the bottom, and then this top box I put frames in, so that when we shook the bees down in there, it gave the bees all a place to land in the bottom of the box. So what I'm planning to do today is get in the hive, see how it's doing, as well as adding frames to this bottom box. Now, two options there, depending on what the bee situation looks like inside. If there's a whole bunch of bees in the bottom box, I'm just going to take frames out of this other hive body that I have and put them in there individually. If the majority of the bees are up in this upper box and not many down in the lower box, I may just take that hive body and sit it on there and then put the top box or the top frame body back on there. So anyway, we'll kind of see what happens as we get into it. I do have my smoker going, got my veil. Sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't. This is the first time I'm getting into this hive. They came from a pretty good hive as far as they weren't aggressive in the other hives, so I'm expecting them to not be aggressive, but just in case, I'm gonna probably wear the veil today. And I guess one of the other reasons is occasionally, and I've only had it happen once, but I don't really want it to ever happen again. Gotten in a hive and I had a bee go up my nose, which is a very scary feeling because you're not real sure how to get it out other than to just close the other nostril and blow and shoot the bee out and hope you don't get stung. So hoping that doesn't happen again. So let's get into the hive and see what we can find. I'm sure any of you beekeepers out there will know this, but I usually smoke myself, and a lot of people do before they get in the hive, and that's just to help mask. If you do get stung, it does help mask that pheromone that gets released and helps prevent other bees from coming after you. So I'm going to do a couple squirts in the entrance. I try not to use more than absolutely necessary, just to just to keep things as simple as possible. Lots of bees. I'm going to stand this next to the hive. Set this right here, and there's really not many bees at all in this bottom box, so instead of taking the time to move frames, there's just a few bees there, so I'm just going to sit that off to the side there for a moment. grab this one and put it on. And then take this guy and put it right back up here. Okay, so what I am going to do is take a look while we're in here. Let's take a look and see if they're building out, and see if we can find the queen. Yeah, this frame had some plastic foundation in it, so they're building out on that foundation. So I'm going to set this right here in this box for now, and I'm going to see if we can locate either locate the queen or locate some freshly laid eggs. Camera operator might have just got. Did you get stung?
No.
No, just flew in towards your mouth.
She's done. She's done.
She's done.
I'm not done. It's hanging out beside me.
Oh.
It won't hurt you. It's fun to look at bees, folks, when they're doing their little bee dances and working the hive and getting things all done. It's quite amazing. Still haven't seen any the queen, and haven't seen any eggs. This frame was empty, and you can see how they've already built. There she is. Uh-oh. Ooh, be careful. I'm used to frames that have foundation in them, so I can't really turn this one, but I did see the queen on here. I hope I didn't loosen that up too much. Let's see if I can find her again. Well, I know she was in there. I saw her, and to eliminate the possibility of messing up that frame, that comb that they're building, I'm going to put that right back in there. It's one of the benefits of having a plastic foundation is you can turn that frame sideways and look at everything. With them building out an empty frame like that, the comb was hanging there and it wasn't attached to the bottom of the frame yet, and I swung it, which allowed that comb to start moving more than I wanted it to. Let's see how they're doing on this next frame over. Okay, that frame's pretty much empty. We're going to put that back in there. going to get this frame taken out first. Put it back in there. All right. Let's see. There were several of them that I saw moving around that had pollen. Let's see if we can find. They must have all gone down. All right, let's get this closed back up. So what we're going to do is take this inner cover and try to give these bees a little bit of notice by moving it back and forth and not sitting it down right away. Hopefully gives them time to get out of the way so we're not killing anybody. But occasionally we do end up with a smashed bee or two. And then our outer cover. All right. Just shake a few of those bees off. They'll make their way back in there to the hive. I got one right there as I was putting it together. We'll get rid of him. So, all right, guys. So that is again recap. Swarm that we had caught the other day. Just went ahead and added that bottom box so we had frames in there, and we'll give them plenty of time to build that out, and we'll get in there again and check it out and see how they're doing. And in our next video, we'll go ahead and talk about why the bees swarm. So we'll see you then.